There we go.
I bumped my joke.
Hello and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. We are very busy discussing the wonders of ZWEIHANDER, which we shall be diving into shortly. Why don't we go around, say who we are and who we're playing today, and just say a little hello on this fine hump day. Welcome back to Broken Crown, Susie Grace. How you doing?
Oh, hi. I'm doing real good, thanks. I'm doing real good. How are you doing today, Charlie?
I've never called you Susie Grace before. I went to call you Susie,
that was weird.
And then I went to say your full thing and turned into this amalgamation. I am doing very well, though. I'm very glad to be here and to hang out with some of my favorite people on this Wednesday. Speaking of some of my favorite people, let's move around and say hello to Mac. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing good. I'm so excited to be back. I missed this character. I missed our lovely group of not entirely innocent people. It's so much fun playing with y'all every week. But yeah, I'm Mac, or Mackenzie Landy on Twitter, and I play Piker and Falk, our teeny tiny smuggler.
Not entirely innocent people. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Jess, do you know anything about this?
No. I don't know why you'd call on me for that. No, nothing to do with me, I think.
Who are you playing today, Jess?
I'm playing Kata, a completely innocent person who's never done anything wrong.
The clips suggest otherwise. Massive welcome to Castlemac Lydia joining us. How are you doing, Lydia?
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so sorry I missed the first episode, but I'm excited to be here this week. I'm playing Sister Eden, who you guys don't know yet.
We don't, but we shall come to know, I am sure, very shortly. And welcome back to you, Shauna. How are you doing today? You are muted, dear friend. We've broken Shauna.
Oh,
Let me see what is going on. While we do that, why don't we go and say hello to the sponsors? I would like to personally shout out Cascadia Gaming Supply, who are sponsoring us all of this week. They make amazing dice coasters. Shauna, you're not me to. You can pick up as part of their Kickstarter. You can customize them with your art, logo, character art, or a little magnetic hinge. And on the other side, you can put all your little dice in a ring. So that is super, super cool. And of course, we have our usual sponsors, which past Charlie shall tell you about in a magical video montage. Before we begin today's show, I would like to take some time to remind you about our sponsors. Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the beautiful maps and rolls you see tonight are done using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer and 40k minis for up to 20% off regular retail price. And Tabletop Loot, who sell incredible dice. Go and check them out at tabletoploot.com.
Anything?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, that is weird. I just reset. They reset. Okay. All right.
I am very sorry for my brief roboting. I was quickly checking Shauna's settings and it causes my computer to lag a little bit. But Shauna, how are you doing today?
Doing good. Going good. Can't wait to play with the rest of the group. Yeah, I'm Shauna, Flying Cirrus on Twitter. And I'm playing Cecily J. Probably the least non-innocent looking. A little bit of scoundrel, a little bit of a swindler. Just lay about. So yeah.
I appreciate that you are honest about who you are. If only we were all so honest. Not looking at anyone. No accusations.
Wow.
I'm Charlie and I'm playing Kittery, the priestess of the Protector, who we shall find out more about in due course. But Susie, I would like to hand over to you so that we can welcome Lydia into the city and into this beautiful world of the Broken Crown. So if you would like to begin, and I will move us.
Oh. move us.
I feel it.
Hello, Lydia. Welcome. How are you doing? You alright?
Yeah.
This is really nice. This is cozy. I really like this. Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm being interviewed.
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, Susie.
No, but what I thought we would do is we get a little mini distilled session 0 so we can find out a little bit more about Sister Eden and where we will find her at the start of this adventure, because we did kind of go into it a little bit with the other folks. So first things first, tell me a little bit about Sister Eden. Who is she? You know, what is she like? What she look like? What she do?
Sister Eden is kind of like she's a very plain Jane. She's an elf, of course. She's plain. She's a sister, so she's an adderant. She comes off as being like sweet and devoted. One thing about her though is that she has 2 different color eyes. Her left one is blue, the other one is brown. Other than that, nothing really stands out about her. She lives in a convent with other people that worship the same deity, which is the mother, right? And what else? That's it, really.
All right. Okay. Cool. What age is she? You know, is she young, old? She kind of like
She's an adult.
indeterminate? Yeah.
No,
adult?
she's an adult.
Cool. So, being an adherent to a religion, did she have any particular thoughts on the previous king, Oseron? As you know, he was regarded as like an avatar of the god, the king himself. Did she have any particular strong feelings one way or the other about that king?
I don't think she has strong feelings about anything really political. Like, she's just been watching it unfold and I guess talking with the sisters and just being reverent about it. But no, I don't think she had any like outward feelings.
So she's kind of like someone who's tried to remain like apolitical as possible. She's just devoted to her deity. She's just staying out of like that whole business as best she can.
Exactly.
All right, cool. So with the killing of King Oseron and the sort of the coup that happened, does she have any feelings about that? I mean, it's like obviously it's a big event, and even someone who's apolitical might have some sort of feelings about it.
I think she's uneasy about it and anxious because any sort of major change within a city, you never know how things are going to shake up. I also think because there's some very public like beheadings or like things like that, correct?
Yes, yeah, there's been an uptick in executions, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know how she feels. I think she's probably, that's upsetting to her, and probably like the rest of her sisterhood, just because it's so gruesome.
Would you say she's more like a pacifist then? Is she kind of someone who stays away from violence?
Yes, for sure. She doesn't carry like any kind of weapons or anything like that. She's not trained on how to fight. She's more of like a peacekeeper. She's basically a nun. Like the sisterhood just kind of keeps to themselves. They might have opinions about what's going on politically, but they certainly would never draw attention to what they were.
I really like that. So are they like quite a secluded order? Do they have much to do with the public? Or are they like the kind that have like a soup kitchen? Do they do like community outreach? Or are they just like, stay away from our nunnery, this is our space, back off?
Our nunnery. No, I think that they're involved in the community, just with like the commoners or people, just like average citizens. I think that they engage in like midwifery, just like any sort of basic services to help.
Okay, they're like Catholic nuns.
For sure, yeah. I grew up in Catholic school, so.
All right, cool. Are they as mean as some nuns?
I got my knuckles hit by nuns for sure in like 2nd grade, so. I didn't do that to anyone in this community, though.
Okay, so Sister Eden is not a mean nun. She's a nice nun.
Yes. So I said that she has the 2 different colored eyes. So the
she did, yeah.
Yeah. So the left one is blue, And probably kids mostly, but people often ask her about that, and I think that she has a very elaborate story about how like her patron blessed her with that, and how it's just something that makes her very special. And it's just kind of sweet and endearing. And
having said that, though, she has some sort of secret tied to these eyes, or something that she does with her eyes when she engages in this particular secret. What would that secret be?
Right. So when I rolled for it, I rolled a dooming, and it said your left eye shall not see the truth. So anytime Sister Eden needs to make a little sin or a big sin, she'll put an eye patch over the brown eye, so she's only looking with the blue eye. So it absolves her because it wasn't the truth.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it works.
100%, yeah.
If you murder someone with your eyes closed, did it happen?
Right. If you didn't see yourself murder someone, did you actually do it? I mean,
I wouldn't know.
No. We'll try and hold that one up in court. We'll see how that one lasts. Now, she does have another secret, maybe about a relationship that's not quite within the bounds of her order, maybe, potentially. A little bit of an illicit affair. So, the sin that she's mostly guilty of committing is one of lust. She sneaks out of her sisterhood when she can, and she meets up with this man named Gabriel. I think it's a fairly new thing, but she's all in it for love. He's trying to get her to leave the convent and start a new life with him. It's all very sweet. But when she meets up with Gabriel, that is when she wears her eye patch, because she still feels too bad. And what does Gabriel do for a living? Who is he?
He's a soldier, one of the soldiers that came in and took over for the city guard.
All right.
So he hasn't been around all that long, so it's definitely new and exciting.
Look, I mean, a hot soldier boy comes into town, whisks you away. What are you going to do? She's got the eye patch on.
Exactly. If the eye patch is on,
didn't happen. Yeah, it's fine.
Never happened.
Okie dokie. So I really like that. I feel like we've got a little insight into where Eden comes from, about who she is, and what's driving her and making her tick at the minute. But as we begin our story, where do we find Eden? So the rest of the city, you're in the capital city at least. The rest of the city has gathered for a huge festival. This is the first festival since the coup, and it's in honor of the goddess, the Protector. Where is Eden today?
So everyone loves the festival, right, Susie?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Nuns and sisters included. So I think that she would be there, celebrating, because the gods are widely known, and though she has her specific deity, all of them are worshipped, and that's respected and fine. So I think that she would be there celebrating, probably, being sweet, playing with children, but also probably looking around for Gabriel, winking while she does it. Didn't happen.
She's gotta keep that eye closed just in case she sees him. Oh, I love that. Okay, so you have been amongst these revelers, these festival goers, and being the festival of the Protector, this is a festival where people just get so drunk. They get so drunk because, as the story goes, that the Protector was once sent to this place, this Earth, this planet, to destroy mankind, to wipe them off the face of the planet. But she was sated by a huge offering of alcohol. She drank it all and was so drunk she physically couldn't kill everyone, and so she just stopped.
I relate to that.
So everybody is just drinking, they're eating, everyone's having a great time. You have watched the procession of the priestesses of the Protector in the beautiful white linen gowns, their elaborate golden jewelry. You've watched as one in particular, as they gather in the town center, has pulled out a ceremonial dagger and smashed a goblet of wine and drunk heartily, celebrating with her fellow priestesses and revelers. But you notice one event in particular. As you're scanning the crowd for Gabriel, you haven't seen him. Now, he would be on duty at this festival. The guard duty around the town has been amped up to 9 million on this festival day because they're not fools. They know that if everybody's distracted, somebody's going to be pulling some shit while everyone's having a party. But you haven't seen Gabriel yet. You don't know where he's stationed today. You don't know what his post is. But following that one priestess with the dagger, you've seen quite a strange event happen. You saw a small person bump into her. You saw them tuck something into her waistband before being chased by some other guards. And you watched as this particular priestess meets up with what appears to be an 8'8" tall, incredibly beautiful ogre, and walk off away together, tailed by two definitely suspicious-looking people. So, as you see this, is there anything you would like to do?
So is it called a halfling in Zweihander still?
Yeah, I'm a halfling.
Okay. I didn't know if I had to relearn a new word, but I think that when she saw her like kind of scamper off, I think she would be curious enough to see what's going on. She'd close the blue eye though, so she would see the truth about it. Mm-hmm. Make sure no one's gonna get hurt.
Okay. So, as you are following behind, are you just like gonna casually walk through and just, carry on your usual, like maybe ruffle a few children's hair and,
yeah,
just kind of casually make your way through, or are you like beelining?
Never makes a sin. She's just gonna casually walk after them, see what's going on. I think that since meeting Gabriel, she might have a sense of like civic duty, so she doesn't want anything bad to happen.
Okay. So for sure, you follow them for a little bit of time. You see that the ogre and the priestess seem to be heading towards a tavern, and it looks pretty quiet around here because most people, if not everyone, is out on the streets. But we will cut back to Carter and Kit. Kit, you have Carter's lovely, beautiful arm slung around your shoulders as you make your way towards this tavern. As you enter, it's dark in here, lit by a few scant candles. There's no fire, but you can see as you enter, there's a very, very tired-looking barmaid who's on her knees in the hearth, and she seems to be starting a fire. And she looks up at you, and she sort of brushes her hand through her hair and a bit of soot on her face, and she goes, "Welcome to the Sorceress's Unicorn. Can I get you anything?"
Good evening, friend. It is the Festival of the Protector. You should be having a drink. Join us.
I can't. I've got to work.
I insist.
And she kind of like...
It would be very bad luck.
Oh, okay. All right. What are you drinking? What do you want?
Kata, what should we drink?
Oh, you're muted, Jess. Oh no.
Wow, we are losing everyone today.
No!
Kata, drink more. You are clearly cursed. Kit is gonna go behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll pour just kind of whatever spirit she can lay her hands on into goblets, wine glasses, something like that, and she'll kind of line them up, and she'll look around to anyone else in the room and pour out another glass for them.
Okay, so as you head behind the bar, the barmaid's like, "Wait, no." And she looks like she's about to fight you, but on this day, she's not going to try. But as you get behind the bar, you see that it's like bizarrely lowly stocked. It's like they haven't had a delivery in some time. So your spirits you're pouring, there's a really cheap whiskey There's a vodka that smells more like paint thinner. There's a suspiciously full bottle of a spirit that smells like aniseed as you pop it, and it's got a heavy layer of dust on it. Nobody orders this drink. But there's a bunch of bottles in different states. So you pour a couple of drinks out, and there is nobody else in this tavern. It is just you folks and the barmaid. And she takes a glass, she smells it. To the protector then, yeah? Oh, you're muted, Charlie.
No.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh god.
Oh no!
Oh no, my voice is back. It's okay. I just pushed button. It helps a lot. The protector, may she watch over us all, and to the king.
Yeah, the barmaid just kind of looks at you. She doesn't acknowledge, but she just... Oh, that was awful. How do you do this every year?
It gets better after 10 or 15.
Is it? Do you need anything? Food? The drinks are there, you know where they are, but do you need anything else? Can I go on my break?
Yes, why don't you go on your break? I shall play barmaid for now.
Okay, thank you. And she just tools off somewhere into the back. You hear the sound of like wood creaking as she flops onto a chair in the kitchen somewhere. You get the feeling that maybe she's been on shift for quite some time and she's quite overworked and just done with life. And that's definitely not retail working Susie coming through. Nevertheless, you are left alone in this tavern.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we got you.
Okay. Well, another drink then?
I think so. And Kit is gonna like perch up on the bar and she's gonna lean back and she's gonna grab the aniseed bottle this time, uncork it, and there's that sticky, like have to tug to get the thing out because it's all crystallized. And then she'll pour another shot for us each. No one likes this stuff. It's okay if we drink it. And she hands one over to you.
Kato wants to just make sure, just like take a deep sniff and like make sure it doesn't smell like any sort of poison, or like
Okay.
like it would make her sick.
Hang on, let me see if there's a skill for this. Oh, maybe alchemy. Use your alchemy skills to find out if this is some sort of maybe poison. Don't know why you would know that, but I mean, technically, alcohol is a poison, so.
Not like extra poison though.
But this will be a pretty easy check, so that's an extra 30% on top of what you would roll.
All right, then yeah, I think I got it.
Okay, so you take a good whiff of this, and it stinks. It smells so strongly of aniseed. This is clearly very low quality, like ouzo. This is bad stuff. This will mess you up if you drink a lot of it. But with the amount that Kit poured for you, you'd be all right. Just don't make a habit of drinking it.
Kato will take a little bit of it, but we'll be careful not to over imbibe this particular drink.
Now, Kata, when you came to me, it seemed almost as if you had something that you wanted to talk about. Tell me, friend, do you have a secret for me?
No secret in particular. Just seemed like there was a lot going on. Wanted to see if you were all right. You got bumped by that stranger, right?
Yes, but it is easy to get jostled in a drunken crowd. Not everyone handles their drink as well as me. And she kind of sways backwards on the bar, nearly overbalances, and then comes back forwards.
Yeah, you sure have an impressive constitution on festival days. And Kata will just very subtly kind of like lean back on the bar to put her arm behind Kit so that if she starts to fall, Kata can catch her.
Mm-hmm.
And then also with her arm behind her, we'll try to grab the thing that Pike tucked into her belt.
Ooh, okay. So that would be let's see. I think we'll go for like a stealth. Maybe because you're trying to do it sneakily, right? Yeah, trying to like without her knowing, or are you just gonna be like, "Yo, girl, you got something in your belt," and pull it out?
Oh, actually, maybe that. Just like a, hey, oh, you got something here. Let me get rid of that for you, and just like toss it into a corner.
Oh,
Can I do that?
Pluck it out. Yeah.
Is Pike in the bar at this point?
Not quite yet. But outside of the bar, while this is happening, Pike and Cecily, you have seen Kata and Kit disappear into this tavern, and it's a kind of like rundown looking crappy place. There's it's kind of got that sort of traditional sort of Tudor looking front with the dark wood and white like plaster, but the plaster stuff's peeling off. The sign is weather beaten, and as it's begun to rain here today, the paint almost seems to have run off the sign that's left, and the unicorn on the sign just looks very, very sad. It's like a melting ice cream. Like it's very, very sad. But they have sort of made their way inside now.
Is it like a crowded? I'm assuming it's not super crowded, is it?
No, you're off the main sort of festival square at this point, and it's much quieter. I mean, there's still the odd person. There's someone puking in an alley, you know. There's people that are sort of like leaning up against walls, like, because everybody's having too much of a good time. There's the odd child that comes running past, you know. But it's generally pretty quiet back here.
So, you gonna go inside, or?
Oh, what's that? Are you on a job? Working now?
I didn't think I was. I really need to tell my runners how to do better. Why would you? What? This was a mistake. I guess I'm on a job now.
Oh, can I come in? I've been trying to work with your people. I'll be honest. I need money.
Great, you're looking at the wrong person. I'm not giving you any more money.
No, help you in this, and maybe tell your friends that you work for, that I'm good for.
Are this volunteering?
Consider it a freebie, I guess.
Good, because you still kind of owe me, like, for the past several months.
Okay, then this will pay it off, right? Okay.
No, it won't.
So, in there?
I mean, you can go in there and get a drink. I'm gonna, like, kind of lean up and see if I can, like, peer through one of the windows. Yeah, if anyone goes in there, it's gonna be obvious. So I'm going to wait out here and hope nothing explodes.
Oh.
Please don't explode it.
No, do I peer in there and I see, Katri on the... Is she still manning the bar?
Yeah, you see Kit, who's sat on the bar, and she's kind of swaying a little bit, and you see sat next to her, you see Kata sort of with an arm behind her, also sat on the bar, but you don't see any other patrons in here.
Yeah. Oh, I think that priestess that we saw earlier, I think she's running the bar, so I guess that means... Free drinks? I'm gonna go check.
Yeah. Why am I surprised?
Alright, I love Cecily's priorities. So, Kit and Kata, as you are like just reaching for the thing on Kit's belt, the door swings open and there's a sort of blast of light as it's still like the afternoon. As Cecily walks in with her big fabulous hat.
Good gracious Eve, sister, can I have one, please?
Of course. Protector is very generous on festival. And she's swaying merrily. She slushes more of this aniseed into a glass. I recognize you. I've seen you around the palace.
Work here and there. But here right now, just doing my part to make sure the Protector stays good and drunk, and that the world stays running for one more day.
The Protector has much to celebrate. There is a new king.
Oh yes, and it's good pursuit to make spirits brighter and enjoy ourselves before anything bad happens.
Yes, alcohol improves the situation with the king. And Kit takes a deep sup from her glass. Kata, what are you doing? You're getting very familiar.
My apologies, Kit. I was just trying to... I know that you can put them back, but I just want to make sure you're not falling off the countertop here.
I trust the Protector will protect and not let me fall. Maybe.
All right, like kind of puts her hands up and kind of leans away. Like, I'm here though. If you start to fall, I will try to catch you. Not that you will.
I know where I know you from. You needed the bread. You were feeling sick before, and I suggested Kata's hangover cures.
Yeah, but I'm fine now. Just a little more to stave it off. Pretty sure I can take it off.
Kata is a miracle worker.
I wouldn't call it miracle, just good old-fashioned alchemy. The regular kind of alchemy you could find anywhere.
Oh, that's right. You are the... that's right. How could I forget you're the alchemist? Where is your star, just so happens to be? And do you need help? You looking for employment at all?
Are you an alchemist?
No, but I can sell things. Well enough.
Wow. As tempting an offer as that is, I think we're probably good.
Oh. Perhaps later. Well, then let's drink to the Protector and let's keep this going. Stave off the eventual hangover if you don't stop being drunk, right?
To the Protector and to alchemy and alcohol.
Yes. Potent
And
combination.
aniseed.
And as Kit raises a toast, Sister Eden, you've made your way now towards following this group of incredibly suspicious individuals. You've seen them enter almost one by one into this tavern, besides the halfling, who is kind of just hanging around outside, kicking some dirt, looking suspicious with her hands in her pockets.
How did it go to like a corner, like an alleyway where someone's
Oh no, are you studying the puke alley?
No one wants to go in the puke alley. You could be suspicious in the puke alley. No one will check.
Alright, nope, that's completely valid.
When they said grim and perilous on the book, I'm not sure that's quite what they meant.
Look, there's lots of peril in puke.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Vomit, okay? It's practical.
Mm-hmm.
I agreed with you right off the bat, though. That's a good
Right. So, what would like Sister Eden like to do?
Is this a part of town that's like that she's familiar with?
I'd say she's probably come through here at some point. Maybe she's done in like a community outreach to try and curb rampant alcoholism. She's done like maybe a tour of the taverns, and this is one of them.
Oh man, but Catholics drink all the time, so I think she's gonna go into the tavern.
Okay. So, as this toast is being raised, Sister Eden, you open the door and you see them mid-toast.
I wouldn't say anything. I would just let them finish their toast and see if they're gonna notice me.
I don't know. Do you notice that? I mean, it's like deader than a doornail in here. Like any sort of movement's probably going to draw your attention, but
One more for the poor! And Kit, like, leans all the way backwards, trying to find another glass to fetch Sister Eden a drink. And I think this time she just ends up flopped backwards over the bar.
Just leaning.
Kata sort of like leans around her and like brings the glass forward and puts it in Kit's hand.
I have a cup!
Cup more. Oh,
I need
another
help.
sister. Oh, I think at this point, like, Susan's gonna take the initiative at this and just run the bar at this moment. Pour, just putting drinks. It's like, oh, another sister. I feel like I'm back in the orphanage. So many of them.
I am not a sister, I am a priestess. Very different things.
Oh, apologies. Another drink.
I'll take just a small one.
Just a big. She's like is super drunk, so she just like pours whatever into like a glass and just like points out like, I don't know what it is. It has alcohol in it, and that's what we need, right? It might be vodka. I don't know.
She would smell it and just see like how bad it's gonna be.
It smells pretty damn bad.
Yeah, I expected that. She'll take a very tiny sip and like, cheers is what we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, so just like sloppily like clang the glasses up. Yeah, cheers.
And I
Ooh,
think
good
Kit,
protected day.
like, grabs onto the bar and pulls herself back upright. The world spins very briefly as blood rushes from her head back into the rest of her body. How are you, sister?
How are you?
There are only two of you. I think I am good.
That's a great sign. I think that overindulging on a celebration like today is fine, but your head's going to hurt tomorrow.
That is why I know Kata.
I heard
Yeah,
something about
I think she'll
alcohol,
probably be
I'm not
fine.
sure.
Tell me, sister, are you celebrating today?
Of course. See, I have a drink.
Yes, you do. Cecily, that was your name, right?
Yes.
Pour
think-
another for our new friend. For today,
Alright.
we are all friends.
Yes.
I already
Another
have
one.
some left.
Just slam another one on. There.
Okay. Thank you.
Cheers.
To the gods.
To the gods.
The gods. Right.
May they change their minds about things. Takes a deep drink.
She's gonna stand there sweetly and like double fisting this like awful alcohol.
You're double
What I
parked. This will not do.
Okay, so as you're attempting to get the good sister absolutely wankered, we cut to Pike back outside. What are you up to?
Just quietly watching this unfold from the outside of the bar. Just going, oh my god. Oh, why would you put the package in her belt of all things? I need to communicate to my granddaughter.
Roll me an awareness. This will be a standard, so there is no modifier to your percentage chance.
Okay, so if I have a little bubble filled,
Mm-hmm.
that's extra 10?
Mm-hmm. You're trained in it, yeah.
Okay. Just have to flip. That was a terrible roll. I'm just like,
Oh, it
very
hasn't
weak roll.
popped. You gotta make sure you get it in the little text box.
Oh, okay. Did it not? Okay. I thought I threw the dice, but I guess not. Oh wait, oh goodness.
Oh! That's real
I'm
good.
very aware and very sober right now.
Okay, so stressed out by your runner sticking this package in the belt of a priestess on this day of all days, you are hyper aware of this package, and that's all you can see as you're looking through the window. It's like it might as well have a big glowing ass aura around it. You barely see these people, but you're like, package, it's right there. It is right there. And as you're watching Kit on the bar sort of like flail around and flop around still quite elegantly for a very drunk person, you can just see that package. It's just right there.
No. Okay, is there like a back entrance? Or like
There is. Yeah, there's sort of
door
like a side door to the kitchen, and as you look around to investigate, you see this beleaguered-looking barmaid sat on the step, and she's smoking a pipe.
So you're just letting them have full reign?
I haven't had a break in 12 hours. I just don't care anymore.
No, I get that.
Yep.
You want to take an extra break? I can take whatever shift you have left.
Are you gonna kill them?
No,
Are you gonna fight them?
no, I'll just make
Are
sure
you
they
gonna
don't break
steal my
it.
chairs?
No, why would I? Where would I put? I can't.
All right,
Most
do
chairs
whatever
are
you want.
bigger than me.
Look, you'd be surprised, the people that steal chairs, right? I came in once, and all my chairs were gone. And I don't even know how that happens. But somebody came in, and they stole every single... They even stole the little stool that we use for the kids. Why would you steal a stool?
I mean, to each their own. Maybe there's a real big demand for stools, and
So,
what is
yeah,
it?
so, like,
I don't know.
don't kill him. Don't fight him. If you do, take it outside. Don't steal my chairs. And just do your thing. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's the
Take it.
Festival of the Protector. I'm gonna go eat some ham.
Get hammered.
Maybe. Cool.
Go get hammered. Have fun.
And she sort of just gets up and just walks away.
I will go inside of the back.
Okay, so you make your way into a very rustic looking kitchen. There's a big pot over a fire. There's no embers in it, there's no fire. There's just the crusty remnants of a stew around the rim of the pot. There's a couple of dried meats hanging from the ceiling. There's a what appears to be a cold storage off to a place, a little larder that has a bit of bread and cheese in it from what you can just peek through. It's been left slightly open. But you can see through here, there's up a little staircase into where the tavern is. And there's another little staircase the other way, which leads into the upper rooms, which is where you assume somebody lives.
Is there can I get an apron or something?
Yeah, 100%. It's kind of dirty because nobody around here has heard of sanitation or food poisoning, but there's an apron hung up on the wall on some wooden pegs.
Is it an apron that's human sized or halfling sized?
Oh, it's human sized.
Oh god. I still attempt to put it on. It's very big on me, but I try.
So you put it on, and it's huge, and it trails on the ground.
Do a
But,
garter thing with
if you rolled it a little bit, you might be able to get away with it.
Fine, it's good enough. A little bit. It hides most of the suspicious-looking clothing beneath it.
But you managed to roll it in such a way that there's this big suspicious red stain on the front. It's just right there. It's just so visible. But, being a kitchen apron, it could be anything.
I'll look at that and I'll grab what is it, washcloth, broom, dustpan, something, a bunch of cleaning supplies, and I'll just meander over to the tavern area.
Okay. So as
Grumbling
you're
the entire time.
Oh
That's
god.
not what I do. It's not my job.
okay. As so I would like you to roll me a disguise check.
Where is?
This is a fellowship skill.
Oh.
It will be, let's say it's a routine check, as these people have not really been in this tavern often. Maybe, yeah, I don't think they know the staff by heart here.
Well, I mean,
So-
Cecily and Kat know who I am. They know what I do.
That is true. Okay, so let's make this. So hang on, I have a question for you then. Are you attempting to completely hide your appearance, or are you just trying to just have a plausible reason for being in there?
Mainly just trying to have a plausible reason to be in there.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot that you knew a couple of these folks. All right.
So we work in years.
All right.
We
we'll
are
make
super
this
drunk.
We'll make this a routine check then, with a plus 10%. So, add that to your thingamajig.
Okay. Cool.
Oh my
I'm
god!
really good at this.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus! All right, so you just slip on this apron, you roll it a couple of times, you roll up your sleeves just right, you know, you get a bit of that tactical soot on you to make it look like that, you know, you've been working here, maybe dirty up your hands a little. And you stomp your way into the tavern, grumbling as you go with your little bucket. I imagine you've got like a broom that's entirely too big that you kind of holding. Yeah. And as the rest of you are attempting to get Sister Eden drunk, you see this halfling come in carrying cleaning supplies and grumbling. Cecily and Carter, you definitely recognize this as Pike.
God. Cecily is just gonna yell out, "Hey, Pike!" drunkenly. 3 drinks! And she'll like slam a glass. And they have snacks back here. They have snacks.
I just sort of, and then just hope Kittery's drunk enough to wave it off.
I don't know who she is, do I?
You wouldn't know Pike, no.
Unless you have some illicit smuggling deals that you just don't look at with your left eye.
Yeah, then I have no idea who you are.
Another friend for the party. We need another glass. I am too drunk.
You can have
Someone
one
get
of
me
mine.
one.
I have 2. She can have one.
Good. I like the spirit of sharing, sister. It is very generous of you.
Thank you. My sisters and I talk about it all the time.
Yes, I have heard your sisters like to have long conversations about many things.
Well, when you live a simple life such as ours, there's not much else to do.
Yes, I have heard your duties are very easy sometimes. We can't all work in the palace, can we?
No. But
No.
it's the life I've chosen and the life
It
I
is
love.
good when you choose your life, and it is a good day, and we shall all drink. Because we shall honor the protector.
The protector.
Today I am a goddess. And she just drinks some more.
I hand
It's
one
just
of my glasses to the halfling, like one of my, like the more full alcohol glass I'll give her.
I'll take it and just sort of put it on the drink and like, I've gotta finish cleaning, but I'll take it in a bit. Thanks though.
Mm-hmm.
You defy the protector!
Yes. Protector. Protector. Yes. Come on.
I mean, I can't handle my liquor very well, to be honest. And protector, bless them. Cleaning the place is protection as well, and I will partake once I have completed my duties, as is honorable.
I I like you. You make a lot of sense. We are in a world that doesn't make much sense, and you make a lot of sense.
Well, thank you. You're a priestess ship. Really, I'm just doing my job.
Yes.
The Protector watch over those who do their jobs well.
Thank you. I am glad.
And
do you
Kate
wanna-
is just nodding to herself now. Just slow nods, just up and down. Eyes staring off into the middle distance.
All right, okay. So Kit has had a lot to drink, and she is sat balanced precariously on this bar. Charlie, I would like you to roll me a coordination check, please.
Oh, friend, why do you do
And
this
this
to me?
will be a standard check. So there is no modifier either way.
Okay. I have a 50% chance. Let's do this. Oh, it's not good.
Oh. Okay, so
I would like to spend one of our fortune pool to re-roll.
Okay.
Because that's a really cool mechanic in this game. So between us, I think we have a fortune pool of 7, 1 for each player plus an extra one. When we use them, they turn into misfortune points, which means that Susie can use them against us.
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, that is much better.
Okay, so as Kit is sat on this bar and she's sort of nodding away to herself and being savage as fuck to Sister Eden, there's a moment where the nod sort of just takes her whole body, and you're on the precipice of just face planting and eating shit, but there's something inside of you that's just like, what? Pull back quickly, and you save yourself just before you reach that tipping point. You save yourself and pull back.
I think her hands go out on either side, and there's this bang as they both strike into the ground, and she just sways back up. And I think her face is just not joyful in the slightest. It's just full of this turmoil. And she looks around at you all as if she doesn't recognize you, as if she's not really sure where she is or who you are, but she thought she was on her own maybe for a moment. And she takes a breath and then looks down into her glass.
I
You
think.
alright there? Oh, sorry, Lydia. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Sister Eden would rush to her. Said, I mean, sure, she was just offensive and really mean to me, but I'd want to check on her well-being.
Sister Eden, too good for this world.
So, Kid, as you're feeling all these emotions, we've hit the sad bit of the drunkenness. We've hit the melancholy. This is the crying in the ladies' toilets section of the night. Sister Eden comes up to you, and she's checking you over to make sure that you're okay. As you look her over, Sister Eden, you just see that she's very, very, very drunk. But her face is clearly she's upset somehow. She's sad about something. There's something bothering her at the same time. You don't know whether that's an incoming, chunder, or this is something that she's dealing with emotionally. But there's something there that's troubling her.
I would help her and say, I think it's probably best that you sit down and maybe have some water. You don't look well.
I think I have made a terrible mistake.
What do you mean?
I wasn't there, you know. I should have been there.
Well, I think we all have regrets in our lives.
Tell me, good sister, what did you regret?
Well, I think that's between me and the mother.
That is smart. It's good not to share secrets.
I didn't say secrets. I said regrets.
My mistake. And she'll kind of use you as a support to hop down off the bar.
I will
As she
lovingly
hops-
steady
sorry.
her and walk her to
All right, so Sister Eden helps Kit over to a chair. It's like at a circular table. There's a couple of chairs sat around. It's like maybe a big-ish table. There's like 6 chairs seated around this round table. And Pike, as Sister Eden goes over and helps Kit down to a chair, that package, it's right there. It's just, it's there. Kata and Cecily. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's fine. I can wait.
Kata and Cecily, while this is all playing out, what are you two doing?
Kata's definitely trying to get some water for Kit. And as soon as she procures that, she also pulls out 2 vials from her bandolier of potions and holds them up in front of Kit's face real quick and says, holds up one and says, for if you throw up, for when you wake up in the morning, and then sticks them and makes eye contact and puts them in one of Kit's pockets. And then shoves water in her hands.
Qatar, I think you are my best friend in this entire city. You are too good. And she strokes your hair and then pats your cheek gently. Have you met my new friend, the sister here? She too is good.
Nice to meet you,
Yes.
sister.
Likewise.
Seems I am in a tavern with the best people in the city.
You're so lucky. We're all
Yes.
so lucky.
We are all so lucky.
Oh no!
No, we're crying. That's just so sad.
I hand her a handkerchief, and I dry her tears. I'm so nice.
You should have that on a t-shirt.
I'm so nice.
You should have that on a handkerchief that you hand to people.
That I give to crying people. It just says I'm so nice.
So petition to start a line of Sister Eden merch.
Yes.
It is curious when fortune decides to favor us and when it decides to abandon us, don't you think? It's almost like Lady Fortune has a sense of humor. Only I think I am the butt of the joke. And she bursts more into tears.
Oh no. Okay. So we have a wailing mess of a Kit at the table. Cecily, are you doing anything in this moment, or are you just beholding this spectacle?
She's holding this thing. She's also the room is spinning, so she kind of has that grip on the table. Yeah, she's in the bad portion of being drunk at this moment.
Okay. So this joyous evening has turned into just, it's 3 a.m. You're in a nightclub. The floor is sticky. One of your friends has gone missing. The other's crying in the toilets. The hangover is hitting you already. It's like being a student all over again.
Oh, the memories.
Tell you, 3 a.m. in Leeds, let me tell you. Pike, what are you
Yes.
doing as this is happening?
As Kit is falling, I would probably walks over and does the comforting, tries to do the comforting pat. Since Pike is short, it kind of is a little bit lower on the back because you can't get up there. And while she's there, she's gonna try and nab that package.
Okay, so I think for this one, it would be a stealth, unless, let me just check my list of skills, see if there's anything else. Yeah, I would go stealth because you're trying to be sneaky, right?
Yes.
Trying to pick this out of her belt without her noticing. Okay,
Yes.
this will, well, considering that she's wearing a linen shift dress, this is going to be pretty tough. I would say this is going to be a challenging skill test, so that's minus 10% to what you have to roll.
Okay. Do I get any bonuses because she's drunk as hell?
That is actually... Okay, so I would say then perhaps her current incredibly drunken state outweighs the fact that she's not wearing much and would notice it. So we'll make this like a standard test. So there's no modifier.
Okie doke. Oh, wrong window. That beats a 52.
Nice. Okay. So, how are you going about doing this? Are you? Is there anything in particular, or are you just gonna like tiptoe up and just whoop?
I would probably grab like a glass of water from somewhere. I know Khan already delivered one, but you know I'm a barmaid ? So I do my job, and I bring it over, kind of tiptoe, flop it on the table in front of her, and then sort of pat her back and be like, "Do you need anything else? Is there anything else I can get you?" And as I kind of like do that, I just sort of pat, pick up, like pass it, and then just do another like couple more pats on the back. Hopefully, like the movement of like my hand is enough to like distract the shifting from when the package is lifted.
I think I am good. Thank you, friend.
And this is why I haven't drunk yet. Protecting people of the Protector is an honor.
Yes, it is. You're right, and you do it very well.
Like I said, it is an honor.
And Kit flops her hand on your head and says a few words in the old language, I guess like a divine language, a kind of blessing and prayer. The Protector shall watch you closely.
I bow my head while she does it.
I imagine Kit thinks she's doing that quite stately, but it's more of just like a...
Just like on the face.
I can do like one hand behind her back holding this package and just
get blessed.
I bow to her drunken prayer.
I mean, even in her drunken state, though, she does nail the prayer. Like, it comes out real good. It's just the delivery of the hand is a bit heavy-handed. But nonetheless, Pike, despite the clammy hand that is now pressed against your face, you have received the package. It is small, and it has a little bit of weight to it, surprisingly.
yeah.
Sorry, just for context there was something put in the green room chat that I cannot possibly repeat.
I tried really hard not to break.
Timing. So, Pike.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I would. I'll just wait for the prayer to be over, and then just sort of nod. I appreciate the blessing, and I will honor it to the best of my ability. If you need anything again, I will be here. And then I will kind of go back behind the bar-ish back area, away. You know, enough so that in case someone or in case Kit yells, I'll be able to keep up the ruse. But you know, somewhere else, private, where I can actually see what this is.
Okay. I would just like everybody else, Cecily, Sister Eden, and Carter, to make me awareness checks to see if you can see Pike slying off with this little parcel that she's...
Alright. 59. Here, come on. Ooh. Oh!
I think we will use her stealth as like the difficulty you have to roll under for this, I'd say.
No.
No. Nobody notices. So,
Nothing.
Pike, you sneak away unhindered, unspotted, behind. I'd say you maybe duck into like the kitchen because it's like an open doorway sort of thing, so you can still kind of hear and see what's going on in the tavern, but you can't. You're not immediately visible to them. So you have in your hands a small package that it seems to be like wrapped in a simple cloth.
Okay. I will very carefully try and open it.
Okay, you see what appears to be like paper, like parchment, rolled up around something.
Is it like, does the parchment have any writing on it, or does it look more like wrapping paper?
It has like a seal on it, like a stamp, and it looks just like the standard that all of Sefer's guard have emblazoned on their shields.
Huh. I'll break it open.
Okay, so you open up the letter, and it's a short sort of message, but as you open it up, you catch a glimpse of silver as a what appears to be a silver signet ring drops out of the paper.
Does the signet ring have the symbol of the king on it, or is it a different, like, noble house?
It has the official seal of King Oseron on it.
Oh. Is there an accompanying letter?
Yep. So as you unfold the paper and look, you see just a very simple short message. And it reads as follows. Retrieve the king's bastard and deliver to Captain Richter. The child can be found in the bits. Belongs to servant of Walter Winter, the silk trader. Proof of paternity included.
That's a lot. I'll take like a bit of rope or string or something and sort of tie the ring so it's like kind of fastened around my neck in my clothes, and then keep the letter in a safe pocket. And then I'll have to get some contacts on this. Oh boy.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do in this moment?
If I can wash my face wash the clammy feeling off my face, I will.
Okay, so you like, there's like a little bucket that's got like washing up suds in it with some beer mugs in it, and you just like splash some of that on your face.
Protector, I swear, it's fine. I wash the blessing off my face. The drum blessing.
All right, so, are you hanging around, or are you gonna like peace out of there, or?
Out of morbid curiosity, I'm hanging around mainly because I want to see. Kip being drunk is vaguely entertaining.
Okay, so just to clarify things, so you got a piece of string and you tied the ring around your neck. Have you tucked that into like your clothing?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's hidden.
No, it's hidden. It's hidden.
Okay, yeah, just clarifying, just so we didn't have any mess ups. All right, so you're gonna like tool back out onto the tavern to kind of just behold what's going on.
Yeah, pretty much, just to behold.
All right, okay, so Pike the halfling comes back up, and we are having, moments of calm. Is there anything anybody would like to talk about or discuss or do in this moment?
Kata, you once told me of a great library on an isle. Tell me more about that place.
Well, it's got everything you could think of that you could possibly need to do any sort of research, any sort of useful experiment, creation of new alchemical potions, sort of like an oasis for researchers, for alchemists.
What would you want to look for in such a place if you ever went?
I would want to look for a way to make things right.
Something is wrong?
I think things could always be better.
You are an alchemist. You want to turn things into gold.
You could say that.
And what about you, sister? Would you research in such a place?
Of course. I'm sure that there would be plenty of texts that would interest me or my sisters.
I too think it would be a very interesting place to visit.
I don't get outside of the city much, so anywhere would be nice.
You wish to travel.
I think you should close your eye. Yeah, I think about that sometimes.
And where do you dream of traveling to?
I don't know enough about the world. That's why I would need to go to the library first.
Cecily, do you know about the world? Have you traveled, friend?
Yeah, here and there. But this city's so good. There's like this festival, this district. It's very nice. And then I think at this point she's very drunk, but she's like dead-eyed, staring at Pike and just kind of like winking and like, yeah, like good, and like thumbs up. It's like.
Alright, let's have awareness checks from everybody except Cecily to see if we pick up on these extremely subtle hints. And I'm going to make this an easy check because Cecily is like not subtle about this. So that's plus 20%.
For awareness.
I nailed it.
Oh yeah,
Same.
I definitely got it.
Yeah, I noticed.
Everybody sees this. You could see this from the moon.
Tell me, Cecily, is this your lover? Because do not let me keep you if you have business to attend to.
Oh
It's a day
no!
for celebrating.
Oh, I wish. No. Friend. She's my friend.
I see. My apologies. Just good friends.
She like
Oh, wait.
she'll just like drunkenly get next to like Pike and just like arm around Pike like yes, good friends. Good
How
good
tall,
friends.
How tall is Cecily?
Like 5'9".
Okay, you're still pretty taller than Spike, so it's just kind of like Pike. Oh god.
She is kind of putting weight on, like she can't really, like she is a little bit off
Is it
balance.
like putting the elbow on the top of Pike's head, kind of leaning?
It's the really bad thing with like someone who's short, like hand, like resting on the head, like kind of patting the head a little bit. Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
good
good.
taste.
Good friends.
Well, friends, we have not raised the toast in a good 2 minutes.
Has it really been that long?
I'm not sure, but it sounds about right.
I'll get some glasses. I think there's still some behind there. I'll be right back. And she'll just wander and like get whatever's back there.
Even though we all have glasses already.
Yeah. Just more glass and just filled with whatever.
So Cecily walks off to the back of the tavern to retrieve new glasses. Kata, are you doing anything, or are you just like...
Kata is definitely like again sitting close to Kit so that, and not touching her this time, but just sort of like keeping her arm sort of like casually out so that if Kit starts to waver again, she can reach out and grab her. Otherwise, she's just trying to keep a close eye on everything that's going on. Even though she didn't see Pike like go open the package, she probably would have seen her at least take it, and is maybe now just sort of like keeping an eye out, like, is something going on? Do I need to be concerned? Do I need to get this innocent out of here? Thinking of Kit and not Sister Eden, who she doesn't know very well, but who is also an innocent.
Thank you so much to the Count. Hang on, let me get this name right. The Count of Monkey Disco for that subscription. Welcome, friend, to the Chaos Chorus and to Encounter Roleplay.
Can I just say that's one of the greatest names I've ever
Good.
heard?
Very good.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you communicating that to Pike in any way? Are you like, dude, what's going on? Or are you just kind of watching?
More of watching. Like, she tries not to get involved in Pike's business, like, outside of what she needs to get her own supplies. Like, she doesn't want to join the smuggling business or anything, so it's not like a do you need help look, like what's happening. It's more like a do I need to get out of here, or are you about to like start some shit that I don't want to be part of. So just sort of like keeping an eye out to make sure everything's okay, but definitely not trying to communicate like tell me everything, because she doesn't want to know.
Plausible deniability is something Kata's extremely familiar with.
What? I didn't know why you'd say that.
Poison? What? It's
What?
just medicine that didn't work. Okay. So, I would say then that maybe this evening sort of draws on into darkness at this point as many more toasts are raised over significant things and insignificant things. You know, that chair has 4 legs, toast. Health to the king, toast. You know, health and happiness to the people. But as the sky outside grows darker, the door once again swings open, and in the doorway stands 2 city guard. They are wearing their very dark plate armor with visors down, carrying the shield, and they don't have it drawn right now, but they both have like a sword in their belts. And they step inside and they say, curfew is enforced. Make your way to your residences. Party's over.
Sister Eden dutifully gets up. Okay. Is one of them Gabriel?
As you stand up, one of them, the one on the right, sort of head moves a little bit too much. And as you look into the visor, you see the beautiful eyes of Gabriel.
Wow.
They have stood either side of the door, leaving it open for you to pass between them. But they stand there, stoic, not moving, waiting for you to move.
You were
Curfew, even on the festival day.
Oh no.
Law and order must be enforced.
I am a priestess of the Protector. I am the law today.
All due respect, priestess, the festival's over. You're done.
We're
Return to
done
the
when I
chamber.
say we're done.
Can we just
Move
have a
along.
few minutes to collect ourselves, please? Just, it's been a long
The
night.
guard on the left chin raises as though he is displeased with being talked back to. But Gabriel on the right kind of quietly says something, and the chin drops back down again.
I think that it's best we listen to them. They have our safety in mind.
Yeah.
A last drink. I am sure the guards will understand us finishing what we have started.
Yes.
You hear the sound of leather creaking as you can tell the guy on the left is just gripping that shield a little bit tight. You can almost hear his teeth clench together, but nonetheless he stands still.
I do think one last drink sounds like a good idea. And Kata stands to her full height and just sort of like looks down at the guard, who seems to be like not doing okay with what's happening here, and like reaches over to grab a bottle and hands it to Kit, all the while like staring this guy down.
So as you're staring this guy down, I would like you to make me an intimidation check. That comes under brawn.
Oh, you're so intimidating.
Please.
You're so intimidating.
I don't even need to give you like a difficulty rating for that. You just
God.
this dude. Damn. Okay, so you stand
So
up,
intimidating.
and it's almost like you can hear the tinkle of pee as his breeches are wet. He's terrified. His eyes that you can see through the visor just grow wide, and the shield comes up. And he, you hear him turn to Gabriel and say quietly, "I'm just gonna check the perimeter. I'll be outside." And there's like a little metallic shaking of his armor. You can hear like the armor bits just like tapping against each other as he makes his way out and sort of like and you hear like a little from inside the other set of armor.
Kata will pour Kit another drink from the bottle she brought back.
Actually, at this point as well, Gabriel comes up to you, Sister Eden, and he says, "Citizen, if I might have a word."
Of course.
And he escorts you outside, and like in the opposite direction of his friend, who's just, you can see as you step outside, he's in the alley, in the puke alley, sort of leaning over. And there's a puddle of fresh puke at his feet. And as he sort of looks up, he hasn't quite managed to get the helmet off in time, so it's just kind of come out of the visor. And he's like, "About your business, go about." But Gabriel kind of takes you by the elbow and walks you around the corner. "Eden, what are you doing here?"
It's such a long story.
"Are you well? Are you okay?"
I've just had a great time celebrating the Protector.
I'm glad you had a good day. And he looks really embarrassed. I got you something.
You got me
I
something.
saw it on a stall, and and he pulls out of his gauntlet. It's a beautiful little silk handkerchief that he's had embroidered with G and E. And he sort of hands it over to you, and he's taking his helmet off at this point. His cheeks are flushed bright red as he sort of hands it to you, and he just doesn't look at you as he gives you it.
I'm like full blown like schoolgirl, like giggling, like I'll take it and like nicely like fold it and thank you for thinking of me. And I would like try to go in to give him a hug, but then stop myself.
Mm-hmm. And he sort of like goes to give you a hug too, but stops himself, and he does that kind of like kick in the dirt with his greaves, kind of. He's playing with his hands. He doesn't quite know what to do with his hands, and look, I can escort you home if you like, back to the to your quarters. If it's it's dangerous out there, and well, it's my duty to protect and serve the citizens, and I would hate to think that anything would happen to a citizen under my watch.
I would feel so much safer.
Well, all right, when you're done inside, I'll be out here.
We'll be done soon.
And he smiles, and like you could tell he just wants to go in for a kiss. He desperately wants to go in, but he sort of restrains himself, and he puts his helmet back on.
I wink at him with my brown eye. I don't know left from right at all in real life.
It's fine. An eye's closed. It's fine. Okay, so do you head back inside?
Yeah, I think I would head back inside and just like quickly tell everyone goodbye.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You're leaving, sister.
Yes, I think I should obey the curfew. I shouldn't be out after dark. My sisters wouldn't like that.
Everything okay with the guard? You okay?
The one in the alley?
Yeah.
He's just not feeling well.
Oh. That's where you're in some trouble.
You could bring him one of those vials that you gave Kit earlier.
Oh, I'm fresh out, unfortunately.
Oh no.
She says with a full bandolier.
Yeah, she's got like 20 vials on her.
Well, get home safe, sister. Perhaps sometime you will visit us in the palace and we can continue our dreams of traveling.
I would like that.
Yes, one day I think we shall all see the world. I think that is what we shall drink to now. To seeing the world. Better.
Better. Making the world a better place.
Better.
Better.
And Kit takes down a deep swallow, and in her head, she is picturing the rising return of King Osteron.
Actually, that's a real good question. What does everybody picture when you toast to a better world?
Gabriel.
Of course.
The death of King Siffer.
Pike?
A goddamn break.
And Cecily.
Her sitting in a nice chair with a good drink.
Nice. Oh, I mean, these are all very achievable goals, I feel like. I feel that's fine, yeah. Okay, so, Sister Eden, unless there's anything else you'd like to do, you make your way back outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Gabriel offers you his arm.
Take his arm.
And he takes you on a nice leisurely stroll back to your quarters at the do you stay at like an abbey, like a nunnery, a sort of, do you stay at like a specialized area, or do you have your own like little house?
like a manor, like I don't, like an abbey, I guess.
Yeah, all right, okay, so he takes
Super
he
old,
takes
like
you back there.
not that great.
But, you know, you've had this little routine a while now. As you approach the abbey, he distances himself away from you. The shield comes up, and it's like he's escorting an average citizen. But for those few minutes while you were walking arm in arm, he had a huge smile on his face, and he was idly telling you about his day on duty and the drunkards he's chased, the cat he rescued from a tree. You know, just the things he's gotten up to in the day. He's very excitedly told you everything.
I tell him about all the funny things that happened at that tavern.
And he is like, no way. What? By the way, who was that really tall one? I've never seen Gerhard look like that before. That was...
She's an alchemist. She has vials for everything.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I said that she should give one to the other guard that was sick, but she said she ran out.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's a real shame. Poor Gerhard. I mean, damn. Poor dude.
Yeah.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer man.
I'll go in and pray for him tonight. The sisters and I will.
I think that's very kind of you, sister. And as he escorts you to like the front gate of the abbey, he leads you, he takes a bow, he says, "Safe night, sister."
Thank you for your service.
And he gives you like a cheeky smile, a little wink before he turns off, and he goes back to his nightly duties. The rest of you, back in this tavern. What's up? What's going on? You haven't seen either of these guards for some time.
Pike is snickering
They haven't
very,
been back
very
in.
hard after got the scared off one.
Does that mean we get to stay? Keep going?
I mean, if
think
we
it
keep
is-
going, we risk more guards coming.
I think it is time for the festival to end. Unfortunately, we cannot enjoy free drinks forever.
Oh, if
And
only.
she'll reach into kind of her side pouch and draw a coin and put it on the bar for the last round. And it's probably enough to pay for that entire bottle of cheap aniseed crap that they were drinking.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably worth like twice the value of that because that stuff was
Oh.
cheap.
All right, why don't I escort you back as close as I can get to the palace? You don't need to be wandering around drunk alone at night.
Oh, Kata, your concern is very touching.
Would you like any extra help? I don't
Yeah.
really need to stick around here anymore.
And
Safety's
Entourage,
better
I am very touched. Yes, why don't we all wander through the great city and enjoy the night and the rain together until we all find our way one by one to our homes. Tell
Sounds
me,
like a plan.
friends, where do you call home? Which quarters shall we pass through?
Well, I'm south of the palace now. I'll drop you off first before I head back down that way.
I don't actually remember where Pike lives.
Well, it's completely up to you where she lives, is the thing. I think we fleshed out like the entertainment district. I don't know if that was a place you were thinking, maybe? I think that's where Cecily's hanging out, right?
Yeah. I think Cicely's just like, I have high level district in the... I'll point it out when we get there, get close.
Good.
I'm over by the the gardens, the gardens that had the drop off points. That's near where I live.
Okay, then let us walk to the gardens and down to the entertainment district and then to the palace.
Sounds good. Good plan. Yes. Oof. Might need a
All
little help.
right. Okay, so you all, drunkenly stumble your way out of the tavern, make your way through the city, and you can see that as you pass, Gerhardt is still in the alley. He is not bent over now, he's just lying on the ground. His helmet is off. His face is sideways. He's covered in mud, puke, and best not to ask or look too much closely. And as he walks past, he just kind of gives you the, hey, stop. Flops back into the mud. There is no sign of the barmaid. She's just gone.
Bless her heart.
Oh boy.
She has just left. But the city, is eerily quiet. In the distance, you can hear the sounds of the party being wrapped up. You can hear guards escorting people. You can hear very faint sounds of drunken arguments, like way off in the distance. But beyond that, it's nowhere near how it used to be. Even outside of the entertainment district, under King Oseron's rule, people would be out at night. There would be merchants that would be maybe tending their stalls, getting it ready for the next morning. There would be delivery people doing late night deliveries ready for the opening of business in the morning. There'd be people coming home drunk. There would be, people dashing from house to house after having illicit scandals. There would be life and activity in the street. There's not even like dogs and cats anymore. It's like they've cleared everything. But as you're walking, you do pass a couple more guards, and they kind of regard you, and you get challenged, asked where you're going, what your business is.
The festival is done and we are returning to our homes. Is there a problem with that, my dear guards?
You hear a very severe woman saying, no, but be quick about it. No loitering.
As quick as the rain and our drunken feet will allow us, I assure you.
And they sort of nod and pass you. But before long, you make your way to the gardens. Now, Pike, you know this place is maybe not quite as well supervised as other areas of the city. This is a place where people like you definitely can catch some reprieve from the city guard. There's one posted on the entrance, but they not really that bothered as you walk past. You can see a little bit into the distance there's other revelers walking through here on their way home. So you get the idea that this guard's probably just like, hurry up, go home. You know, they're not too fussed. But as you enter these gardens, is there anything you'd like to do?
If on the walk over, if I could pull Kata over for it's gonna be real hard to pull over for a quick conversation because 4 feet taller than me. But I did want to ask her something. I know you were looking for some deliveries and stuff. I was gonna head out of town in a couple days. Do you need anything for your stuff?
For the potions?
Yeah, I don't know what you do. I just bring you the stuff to do it.
I'm an alchemist. You know that.
I mean, I know it in name. Everything else is a complete mystery to me.
Yeah, Kata will jot down a few unusual items and pass the note over to Pike with a list of what would be useful.
I'll stop by before I leave just in case you think of anything else. Usual things. Quick errand shouldn't take more than a day or so. Just offshoot of town.
I appreciate it.
Business is business.
Is there
How many of these things on the list are poison?
on their own, none of them. It's a matter of combining them in the right doses. Yeah.
Why would I ask that? I have no idea.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing why anyone thinks about poison.
No.
What?
I also cut you off. I'm really sorry.
That's right. I don't remember what I was going to ask. No worries.
Okay, so as you're walking through these gardens, you head into the bit that you're very familiar with, Pike. This is the bit where, less than legal or shady-looking individuals might bump into one another to conduct business and arrange deals and hand over items and goods and things. You see the young woman from earlier, and she stood looking around kind of aimlessly, and next to her is the runner from earlier. And the runner is like, "Oh, hey, Pike, this chick wants to talk to you. She said that she spoke to you earlier, that you'd agreed to take on a job for her."
And kind of look at the people behind me. We'll talk in a bit. Let me just hold on, and I'll go turn around. This is my stop. I live turn an alleyway up a couple stairs. You all should probably hurry off. The guards are less kind in other areas of the city, so you might want to hurry.
Good night, Protector.
Good night, Priestess.
Take care, and then she'll just nod her hat really obviously at you.
You still owe me, so you still owe me. I'm not letting that go.
Of course. Tomorrow, or whenever. Who knows?
That sounds more like it. Okay. Catch you in the morning, Kata.
Before you get a chance to turn away from them, though, the runner comes up to you and says just a little bit too loudly, "So, hey, did you get that package? I left it on her," and points straight at Kit. In front of everyone. It was a
No, I
little wrap
didn't.
in the cloth. Did you get it?
No, I
Excuse you?
didn't. Let's talk.
I was
And I
supposed
just
to
grab
deliver a
it.
package.
Whoa.
Oh shit. Oh, Pike. Oh, I'm sorry.
I will grab this runner's shoulder and just nope away.
Kata, did I forget something important this evening?
Not that I know of.
Good. Good. I thought she said that I had a package, and I don't remember having one.
I think she thinks you're cute. I think that's what that meant.
Oh. Well, I am a goddess tonight.
Certainly.
Good night, new friends.
Night!
She waves.
The one hand that isn't gripping this runner's shoulder in a death grip just very lazily waves.
Everyone's like, ow, 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 Pike, ow, ow. Come on.
If Pike was tall enough to like do the ear grab, she would.
Look, I'm sorry. Let me go. Ow.
Hey, ease up,
are-
Protector. You'll hurt your friend. Yanking on her ear like that.
Oh, she's not tall enough to reach up, probably. So just like
Yanking on her
before
arm like that.
No, she's right. Look, the hot priestess is right. This is like employee abuse.
I loosen my grip a little. Sorry, don't want to get in any more. Guards are loose, but still don't want to risk getting in trouble.
Get inside. The storm is getting worse.
Thank you, Protector.
And you, priestess. Wait, no, I'm the priestess. Good night.
All right, so Pike, you steer off this runner to the side as Kit, Cecily, and Kata sort of make their way through the gardens to the next stop. The runner says, like, I'm sorry, Pike. I was being chased by the guards and I didn't want to leave it on a priestess. That was real dumb. But I saw you and
Yes,
I thought
it
you
was.
would. Yeah, but I knew you'd get it. Did you get it?
Yes, I did. You
Okay.
are foolish and you threaten the operation of everyone, not just you, not just me, but everyone who works with me.
I know, but that one was marked an important job. That one
Oh,
couldn't fall
good.
into one
So
of
put it on a noticeable person.
I don't look, we all screw up, man.
I know. That's why I'm not doing anything this time to you. Don't screw up again.
You got it, boss.
And I did get the package. Who sent it?
I don't know. I'm just the runner. How am I supposed to know? As you go, like, you are this, they kind of go, "Ugh," and flinch a bit.
Okay. Look. Where did you pick up the package?
I picked it up. I picked it up at the palace. Well, like, just out of the palace, because you know what the palace types are like. They don't want you in the palace. They don't want us unwashed filth in there. Yeah.
From a guard or from who?
No. It was from one of the courtiers.
Oh, sorry, I actually didn't catch that.
Sorry,
What
one
was
of the
that?
courtiers. One of the Ponzi nobles. One of the first yes men.
Oh. I just saw the screen move.
Yeah, it was one of them. This dude and like this big silk thing. He wore a mask.
Alright. Do the noble families in this world have like certain like family colors or family crest colors?
Yeah, I would imagine that they would. Yeah, because I like that. Like in fantasy, where a noble house like only wears their color scheme. So this guy was wearing Let's say he was wearing like a blue and silver.
Do I know what family that? Ooh, I spelled blue wrong. You know what family that that belongs to?
No, this is one of the new up and coming nobles. They're not super. So when Oseron was ousted and Sefer brought people in, he got rid of like all the old families and started elevating new people. So this is someone who hasn't really been out and about just yet. This is not someone familiar to you just yet.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know how they got your contact?
No, I just got the job. I told to meet them there.
Fine. Here, I'll pay. I don't know how to. I have zero money on my person actually, but I'll toss over like a couple of like the brass things.
Yeah, I would imagine that maybe there's sort of like an intermediary in Pike's sort of smuggling business. There's someone else who handles the money. So if things go really bad, at least it's split over like 12 people.
Yeah. I will do like a little IOU and I'll write it and be like, okay, I know I got in your case, but you did get me the package.
Mm-hmm.
Despite everything that was going on, despite everything. Here you go. Go send that over.
Thanks, boss. And they just run off into the darkness. You just hear like the of their feet as they just disappear.
Quietly.
But just behind you, you hear that. Excuse me, are you?
Right. Sorry about that business.
Sorry.
I want to run a good business. I don't want our cargo to be put in any danger, including the.
No. Yeah. I understand. Yes. So, have you considered?
I said yes, didn't I?
That's right. You did. Yes. Look, I know I don't have a lot to pay you, but I don't know how this works. Do you come get the? And she stutters over the word package, or do I bring it to you? How do we do this?
Much gentler than I handled my runner. I will like sort of come over and like grab her hands.
Mm-hmm.
What works for you? What's easier?
As you grab her hands, you notice that they are like discolored by what appears to be like dyes. And she says, would it perhaps it would be easier if you came to my residence while I was at work, as it were.
Then that is what I will do.
I live down in the bits.
Okay. Don't worry about payment right now.
Okay.
This is different cargo.
And she kind of nods.
I'll see you in the morning. I'll pick it.
I must sound like the world's worst mother, right? Paying someone to ship my son away? And you can tell like now the gravity of what she's come to you to do is hitting her. And her eyes are welling up.
This is for your son's safety, correct?
It is, yes.
Then you are doing the right thing. I have seen people lose more of their soul for less of a cost.
I'm just so worried. I mean, we've not had any threats, but if people knew who his father is, and I will make him ready for you.
I will do everything in my power to make sure he's safe, and I know nothing about this child's paternity. You have my word.
If you need me at a point, I'll be working at I work at Walter Winter's silk store. I'm his dyer, chief dyer. I'll be there.
boy. Thank you. I don't do work for free, but payment isn't always money.
I
And I will
understand.
never-
And as I said, any price, any cost, I will do anything.
I will keep that in mind. Your son will be safe with me.
Thank
I'll go
you.
before the guards catch you.
I will. And she just dashes off into the darkness. And you're stood alone.
See, me as a player, I'm just like, Pike is stone-faced. Pike is chill. Pike does not freak out.
Okay, it's fine. All right, we will now cut back to the rest of our motley crew as they are going on their way home after a very big night out. So, Kit, Cecily, Carter, where is next on your destination?
I think we plan to go. In my head, I imagine the entertainment district kind of overlooks the gardens on one side. So I imagine like that's a really nice view. And so I imagine we've gone to the gardens and now we're pushing towards the entertainment district on the way to the palace.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. So as you make your way out of the gardens towards the entertainment district, this place is suspiciously quiet. The rest of the town, the rest of the city is quiet. This place is suspiciously quiet. But Cecily, you know for a fact that this place is still, the party is still going and still will be going for many, many more hours. But there is not a single soul in this street. Not even the guards are here.
Oh, I guess they do take the curfew seriously here. Oh, this is new. But I guess it is time to pack it in, as they say. But yeah, this way. She'll lead them to like a bunch of like stairs. It's I'm a few up here, few ladders up. I gotta climb, but I think I can make it. But it has been divine. It was lovely to meet you, and I think she'll point at Cotton. Just say, I think. Where's your store? Where's your place?
It's the South District near all of the academics.
Oh, I'll be sure to stop there and recover from tonight. It's gonna be a long.
Here, friend, take mine. And she's gonna pull the 2 vials that Carter had given her and eye each of them, trying to visualize the moment she was given them to remember which order they went in.
Oh,
This one. And she'll hand you the hangover cure for tomorrow.
yeah. She'll just take that, kind of troll in her hands, put it in her bag. It's like, blessing from heaven. Thank you. Have a really nice night, and may your recovery be swift.
Before you have chance to turn and go up your stairs, a figure of a person just descends in front of you upside down, like Spider-Man. And they go, "Oh, hey, Cecily!
Hey,
Friends! Welcome,
Yes.
welcome."
And
how
Where
is
did you
the-
appear from?
If you look up, they are being dangled off a rope, and you can see up above them there are 2 larger people supporting this rope, and you see someone like do a cartwheel over the roof behind them.
Yeah, so with that, Cecily, this is normal for her. She'll just like kind of take her half off and bow, and then she'll just go up with them.
Coming up.
Yes. Read my mind.
Hold on tight.
Of course.
And so the woman sort of gives you like a little foothold and to put your foot in, and as she does, you can see like there's like a lot of muscle going on in these arms. They're slender, but they are toned, and she supports your foot as you hold her waist, and she lets out this whistle, like one of those like whistles, and she's pulled up as Kit Carter in front of you. Cecily just disappears on this human elevator in front of you.
I had heard rumors of such a thing, but I had yet to see it. Such curious friends we make in the nighttime.
Yeah, I'd be curious to come back here when it's not curfew and we have to get back.
Yes.
Let's just check this book out some more.
You hear like a "watch out below" as something just flies off the roof and shatters. It's just something wooden, like a small barrel, and they go, "Whoops! Sorry, did we get?" And then
You
just see
missed!
this figure. It's just inch backwards from the roof. Sorry. And then you hear footsteps like running away.
All right, we should get out of here before we get knocked out with debris.
Yes, let's. And she links arms with you. I imagine as we move away, the streets become more of an ornate cobble, so it's even more uneven. It's meant to be grander on the approach to the palace, but it's just more and more impractical.
Yep. Absolutely. And the streets go from being quite narrow, sort of winding, sort of very close together buildings, especially the entertainment district, which is so vertical, to just these huge, sort of wide open streets. A bit like Paris, with the great, big, sort of impossible to barricade streets. But with these very ornate cobblestones, which are...
When the revolution comes, we shall try.
That's where the chairs went.
There's a grief that can't be spoken, Susanna.
Oh, do you hear the people sing? You make your way towards the palace, and this palace is grand. And it sits above the city, sort of looming over it, but buttresses up against the gardens. It's beautiful. It's grand, it's ornate, it's entirely too much. Carter, it once was home. And Kit currently is home.
When they get close, Kata just looks up sadly at it and sort of shakes her head and thinks about her upcoming revenge.
It will be a new day soon, Kata.
I sure hope so.
Keep watching the skies. Beware of barrels, but keep watching them.
Good advice. And here, because you always give one away, and Kata gives her another hangover cure.
You know me very well. You could come inside, It is still the palace.
I wish that were true, but I'm not welcome there anymore. It's not my home.
The palace belongs to the people.
I don't think Zephyr's guards would agree with you.
No, they tend not to, but it's in their interest to at least pretend occasionally.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
The spirit of bravery still lives in Yokata. Let our adventure begin then. And she pushes on the iron gate. Kind of grinds open.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a ceremonial-ass gate, because 6 feet down, there's a guard post where the guard stood there intently watching you. And as you approach, he nods to his priestess. You've brought a guest.
Yes. Good evening.
You know that's not allowed.
I am a priestess of the Protector. It is my duty to protect the king and the palace and the people of the city. You would have poor Kata walk the rainy streets alone at night during a curfew. I am escorting her to safety.
Oh, and would that safety be your bed by any chance?
Firstly, that is none of your business. And secondly, no. Kata has her own bed within the palace.
Oh, yeah? And he turns to look at you, and he looks up, because this dude's 5'8". I'm gonna go 3 feet on him. Where is it, and where's this bed of yours?
Yeah. Well, in the alchemist quarters.
I don't recognize you.
It doesn't make me less of an alchemist.
There are hundreds of people in this palace. On any given day. Look, and Kit will hold forward the 2 potions. Hangover cures. And she'll take and swallow down the bowl.
Okay. Let me see.
You seem in poor disposition. Why don't you take this one? And she'll offer him the vomity cure one.
How am I supposed to know that this isn't poison?
Don't drink it then.
I'm an alchemist, not a poisoner.
It's all the same to me.
It usually is to those who have no idea what we do.
I actually don't think that he's smart enough to be offended by that.
Look, we are all doing our jobs here tonight, and the rain is terrible. I am a priestess of the Protector. I would not allow anyone dangerous into the palace. And she looks at him kind of pointedly.
Alright, what's your name? Priestess. So if anything does happen to the king, then I know exactly whose head to collect then.
She's gonna backhand him for the pure insolence of suggesting a priestess of the Protector would let anything happen to the king.
Oh, okay.
So let me to make that roll.
Yeah, make that roll.
Alright. Actually, you know what? I've got this little crit. I can't remember which slide it is, but I'm gonna just auto success that. Thank you so much to the person who donated that last week. Good use.
You automatically succeed on backhanding this god. And I think he just doesn't even like react to it, or like he doesn't try and fight, you know, he doesn't, because he takes the slap and he is visibly angry by it, and he sort of squares up to you, Kit, well, looking up at you because you're taller than him. That's unwise, priestess. Much more of us than there are of you in there.
Well, unlike you, they have discipline and understanding of the nature of the world, clearly. My name is Kit Ari. When you make the report, spell it correctly. KYT''AREE.
And he grasps the handle of his sword, and once again you hear that leather twist as he just...
Kata is like standing over Kit, like just looking over her at the guard, like, oh, is there a sword there?
And he grits his teeth, takes a deep breath, and his face, he's like red. His cheek is red where you slapped him, and I imagine there's like a ring indent in there as well because you gave him a good wallop. And he's got like tears welling up in the corner of his eyes, because I don't care who you are, if you get hit in the face your eyes well up. And he's sort of, all right, go on, get inside, I want to see you again. A report will be made, priestess.
Fine, and what name shall I write on my report?
John.
Dear Protector, watch over our friend John. He is unwise, but means well. Protect him and protect the king.
I've never said John so angrily in my life. Sorry, that really just took me off guard there. And he just sort of turns and turns about face and just gestures for you to go through. Oh, sorry. Oh. But you wade through it. There's like a grand sort of long path on the way up to the palace, and there are more guards. They have like their spears and shields stood very resolutely to attention. But you sort of go off the main path at one stage into your sort of goddess's temple accommodation quarters area.
Mm-hmm.
Kata, do you follow?
Definitely at first, and just as Kit, I appreciate you getting me in here. I don't want you to get into any trouble. That these guards, I don't think they respect the Protector as well as they should. And I don't want you getting in trouble just for me.
Don't worry, he'll spell it wrong. And I don't intend to fight all of them. He was just an easy target. And I am bored of people not taking a priestess seriously.
Yeah, he definitely shouldn't have stopped you. If in King Starlin's time, that never would have happened.
No. No, it would not have happened in the king's time.
Let me escort you back up to the temple, and I'm gonna go check out see what's going on at the alchemist quarters.
Do me a favor, and during your adventure, try not to actually cause any trouble.
Who, me? Never.
Yes, you. If I am little trouble, you are the big trouble.
I mean, I'll do my best, but I can't guarantee there won't be more idiots like him wandering around. We know out of the two of us, you're the ninth
them
one.
all either. Perhaps that is what you should work on, a smarts potion.
For them or for me?
For them, you are brilliant. In fact, you are so brilliant that I think there is something we should work on together.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Something for another time. For the new day, perhaps. Not tonight when we have been drinking God knows what, God knows where, with God knows whom. Praise the Protector.
Praise the Protector. Take care of yourself, Kit.
And you.
Kit, as you turn to head into your sort of quarters here, what is it like? What is the Temple of the Protector like?
The temple on the exterior is fairly simple, and it seems almost brutalist in comparison to the palace, which is ornate on the exterior. But as you pass through this boxy stone structure, the interior is full of these statues and gargoyles, which all represent the faces of the Protector and of the kings, as the Protector is often manifested to protect the king by becoming the king, and it's a complicated relationship they've shared. And at the far end is a great tapestry into which each of the kings are sewn as they become part of the tapestry of the great king. And down before it, forever kneeling, is the largest statue of the Protector.
Sweet.
And she bears this great mane of a lion, which cascades all the way down her back to the floor of this raised platform.
All right. And what are your quarters like, Kit?
As you pass off of this main corridor between the statues, there are a number of rooms, the largest of which off to one side is kind of a simple bunk room, which has been split with simple kind of plaster and wooden dividing walls, and in which there are alcoves They resemble almost catacombs if you're morbidly minded, shelves for the dead to lay on, but in this case it's shelves for the priestess to lay on. Mostly it's just a place to sleep. The priestess have other places around the city where they have more comfortable lodgings if they wish.
All right. So as you go through your nightly routine and head off to your shelf to sleep, we will cut back to Kata. So you are heading off to the alchemist's sort of wing of the palace. All right. Now, luckily for you, wearing these bandoliers is actually quite helpful because there's a few guards who sort of see you, they clock the bandoliers and they go, right, yeah, of course. I just sort of wave you on. What is this alchemist area like?
During King Osran's time, when there was still a great interest in like study and learning and growing of all of these programs, this entire wing was filled with books and charts and all kinds of like potions and like apparatus for, you know, research and creating new potions and studying new things. But I imagine in the time since Zephyr has taken over, a lot of that stuff has started to either be like torn down or just like tossed about carelessly. Many of the things that Kata loved so much about this place when she was living here are either gone or destroyed. But she's still able to find her old quarters in the alchemist wing, find a couple of the old books that she used to like, find the area where she used to study with the apprentice that she was, or with the alchemist that she was apprenticed under, and is able to look around and just feel that heartbreak all over about what happened with the death of King Osran.
Yeah, and as you enter this sort of, it's like, I imagine like a grand laboratory. It was like the main section of it. You can see that now it's definitely in the process of being disassembled or at least reduced in size significantly. A lot of the equipment you remember being there is just gone now. But as you enter and you're sort of looking around, you know, you're probably like running your fingers along the edges of some books and looking at some of the instruments, you hear a voice saying, "Kata? Kata, is that you?" And you see a small sort of elven woman in very simple sort of robes, very nice but simple looking robes, and she is she's wearing like an alchemist symbol around her neck. She was not the alchemist you apprenticed under, but she was somebody that you were familiar with. Her name was Sylvie. She was somebody who worked there at the alchemist lab.
Sylvie, I'm glad you're still around.
You too.
How are you?
I'm fine, but how are you? And she comes up to you, she takes both your hands, she hugs you in like a big hug. When they escorted you from the palace, I feared the worst, and then I didn't hear anything from you for... Nobody's heard anything.
Yeah, they ended my apprenticeship here, but I found a new alchemist to apprentice under out in the city. But I'm no longer allowed in the palace.
Oh. Good for you in finding somebody else. I knew you did. I knew you have greatness in you.
It's so good to see you, Sylvie.
You too. Why are you here?
I have a friend in the palace, and I just wanted to see. I wanted to see what had happened here, and it seems like they don't care about alchemy as much as King Osran did.
No, unfortunately, under Zephyr, he's only interested in things that will, well, harm people.
It's a shame. We did incredible things here.
We did. And she stops for a second. We did. She's clearly holding something back. Listen, if they find you're here, tell you what.
Whatever it is, tell me. You know me.
I'm not going to say it out loud, but there may be individuals researching alternatives.
Interesting. I myself am doing some research. Have started some new research since I left the palace.
I see. And do you have yourself a and she's pausing to find the words, a research fellowship with regards to this?
Of a sort.
I see.
You should come visit me sometimes.
Are they astute and trustworthy folks?
I think as trustworthy as they can be.
Perhaps, then, that we should broaden our research from outside of the laboratory.
I think so. You should come visit where I do my research sometime outside of the palace.
I've also heard that there are those within the city and outside of it that would see greater research, perhaps something to completely change the order of things.
I'd certainly be interested in research like that.
I see. And she gets this like very conspiratorial smile on her face, but she's also very twitchy. She's looking around constantly. Listen, it's not necessarily a place where confidentiality and privacy can be had here, not anymore. I should come visit you. Where are you? In the city?
I'm in the academic region. You'll find the alchemist shop where I apprentice now, to the south of the palace.
All right.
Yeah. The blue vial.
The blue vial. I think I've heard of that place. Yes, I will. I shall come visit, and perhaps, in this case, share some research with you as and when it develops. And perhaps you can share what you've learned with me.
I think that would be wonderful.
I'm very sorry to hear about what happened to your mentor, though.
What do you mean?
You don't... Oh, Kata. I'm so sorry. They,
What happened?
They took him, and when he wouldn't bow to what Safair demanded, they made an example of him.
Of course they did.
I'm sorry. I know he was a good mentor to you.
He was. I guess I don't know what else I would have expected to happen.
Well, I thought he would be smart enough to keep his mouth shut, but pride got the better of him. Or principles. It's hard to tell the two apart sometimes.
Well, I'm glad he didn't bow down to Safair.
Well, some of us did bow, but... Well, you know, research.
Research.
Listen, Carter, you should go before anybody comes here and notices that you aren't the original stuff. Please take care, and I'll come see you soon, yes?
Yes, it was wonderful to see you, Sylvie.
And she leans up, she almost jumps up. I mean, she's nearly 6 feet tall herself, and she gives you a huge hug, and there's just so much warmth in it. There's a little squeeze, and she holds on for maybe just a second too long before she lets you go. You should go.
All right. Take care of yourself. Stay safe.
And she sort of scurries off and attends to other things and like picks up a broom and starts sweeping a bit of floor, which definitely does not need sweeping. But she's like, and that will take you out of the palace if that's where you're gonna go. Or are you gonna stick around and be sneaky?
No, I think Kata's spent enough time sneaking around in here for one night.
All right.
It's time to go home.
Okay, so you sneak your way back out of the palace. You pass John at the gate, who sort of glares at you as you walk past.
Kata glares back.
Mm-hmm. Roll me, just for fun, roll me an intimidation check. So scary.
The most intimidating.
I imagine you start shooting this glare, and there's like a little so that was a 2 there from Kata, because chat can't stream can't see that roll. That was a 2. Just 2, a flat 2. I imagine that as you glare at him, you have like this low growl that maybe sort of bubbles in your throat, and you hear an audible from him, and he jumps back a little bit as he on your way, citizen. And you can see like his neck straining, you know, you can see everything in that neck. And so you make your way back to your quarters, to your house. Do you stay in your house or do you live in the shop? Do you have your own little place or?
She has like a small apartment above the shop.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you make your way to your apartment. You manage to travel mostly unaccosted. You know, there's the couple of guards that are questioning you as others have done just to enforce curfew. But as ever, there's this eerie peace that's laying over the whole city. It's too quiet. It's not how a city should be. But as you make your way to your bed, and as we return to the group in general, as they sort of all make their way to their beds this night, there's a lot for everyone to think about. There's a lot for everyone to process about what's happened in the day. Kit, your head is gonna hurt tomorrow. You drank a lot today. You might have let a few things slip in that haze. You can't quite remember, but you do know you made some good new friends and caught up with an old one. Had a good time. Cecily, things happened. Something sure happened. You might have a job, maybe? Pike doesn't seem as mad at you anymore. You got free drinks. And you got to hang out with some good acrobatic friends. Sister Eden, you met some of the populace. A bit out of your average. You don't really get to rub elbows with a priestess of the Protector that often. Certainly not one in the midst of the festival, being absolutely wasted as she was. You couldn't shake that there's something off about that assembled group of people, though. There was something going on there. But you got to see Gabriel, and he gave you a wonderful gift. What are you doing with that handkerchief, by the way? What is Eden doing with that handkerchief?
When I get ready for bed, I definitely think that like I like have it like in my pillow or like in my nightgown, like just on me.
That's so cute. Okay, so she tucks it in maybe like a nightgown, so she's close to her. Maybe she's got it over her heart as she sleeps.
Oh, she does too.
And it's beautiful soft silk. Kata, it was nice seeing your old laboratory once again, but it was mostly disassembled. You know, it was a remnant of everything you've lost, and then to find out your mentor was executed. But there's hope on the horizon. There is research to be done, and friends in all corners. Pike. Oh, fuck. What are you gonna do? Fuck. I imagine his thought ringing through Pike's head as she... Does Pike even sleep tonight? What is going on with Pike right now?
Pike didn't actually drink a lot. Because Pike likes to stay sober because, God, she has so many secrets that she can't let slip. So she's probably still lying in bed like she's got the ring out and she's just kind of looking at it and literally it's like doing every check she can to make sure this is real, reading over the note going, oh, this is real. I have to find I have to deliver a kid, but I also have to find the bastard child, and that's a rumor. That can't be true. This can't be real, is it? But I'm looking at the ring and it is real, and I probably sleep at some point, but it's for like an hour and a half at best, just as like the sun's rising. I go through every test, I check through every record, I do every test to find if this is counterfeit or not, if someone's trying to, rope me into something or trying to pull the wool over my eyes, but every test the ring comes out real, then it's all, the seal was accurate and correct. Wake up in the morning with bags in my eyes and a lot of stress because, oh fuck.
Do you show this ring to any of your contacts?
No.
All right. Okay, so you're keeping it under wraps. All right. And as the night progresses, the storm gets worse, and even deep within your abbey, Eden, you can hear the rain lashing against the windows. You hear the thunder. You see the streaks of lightning. And it seems to be a huge storm with no sign of letting up. Even into daybreak, you barely notice as the sky is still dark, shrouded by big black heavy clouds that are hanging low over the city. But as a new day breaks, and you all have a lot to think about, is there anything anybody would like to do this morning? Just before we end. We've got a little bit of time before we end, so I'd just like to establish where everybody is this next morning and what they're planning on doing.
Kit will sleep for about an hour and then roll out of that bunk and sneak past the other priestesses. There's a smell of just stale alcohol just rampant in this room because everyone has had the same festival. And she pulls on her golden day armor and checks her sword, but decides instead to replace the ceremonial dagger in her garter with a more practical one, and then walks out to the palace foyer. And imagine in this foyer there's a grand set of stained windows, and she sits on the stairs in the foyer and she watches the dim, faint light of that grey morning as it slowly illuminates up this stained glass. And she says a morning prayer, and her head is pounding and her stomach's churning. And she pulls from her pocket that empty vial of hangover cure. I hope you'll kick in soon, friend. And tucks it away and wonders where Carter is, if she stayed in the palace or has gone elsewhere, and recalls what she'd said, that perhaps in the new day there was a conversation to be had. And she wonders, as she stares up at that stained glass, where is her king? And how can she find him?
All right. Cecily, what about you?
I imagine that Cecily probably had a good long sleep, so this is probably like fairly late in the morning. And the district probably is fairly loud, so she probably couldn't sleep anyways. And she's despite the hangover cure, she has just a ripping headache. And wonders she should probably go check out that alchemist shop. And then she remembers she doesn't have 2 bronze pennies to her name. And remembers that Pike said she had work for her. That's not true, but she thinks it. So she probably wants to go find her.
I love it. Alright.
Puts on her hat and then just wanders kind of like hungover out.
Awesome. What is Sister Eden's morning like, and what are her plans for the day?
Sister Eden's morning starts off the way that it does every day, early, with prayer in the, I don't even know what you would call it, to be named. So it's just like the sanctuary, like the place that you go
Like
to
the
pray.
chapel.
Yeah, God, why can I not think of that word? Yeah, she goes to the chapel to pray with all of her sisters, and then they do all of the work that they would do to like keep the manor, the abbey, tidy. So like they all have their chores that they do, and they all are like very devoted to them. They stop for various times to do like prayers, and then they go out and do their community. Like all of their days are very structured around like prayer and community and chores to like keep everyone at the house happy.
Okay.
And then in the meantime, I'm also just like any chance that I get alone, I'll just like take out Gabriel's little handkerchief and like, you know, like rub it on my face or just like look at it and then tuck it away.
All right, so I imagine that on deck for Sister Eden today is they are setting up a sort of like community feeding sort of soup kitchen in the district south of the palace. So it's a slightly poor sort of district, but there's a lot of like shops and stuff. There's a lot of people that live there. So that would be where you would be sent today after you've done your chores around the manor or the abbey. All right. Carter, what is your morning like?
Well, Kata didn't drink nearly as much as many other people, and she also, it takes a lot to get her drunk because she's gigantic. So she still woke up, she's pretty much just going to keep her regular schedule, woke up early, maybe even a little bit earlier than normal out of excitement from all the interesting things she learned the night before. We'll go, even though everyone knows that most of the city is vertical, that everyone builds upwards. The alchemist that she found to apprentice under, the alchemist that she's apprenticing with lives in the apartment above hers, but the alchemist built a lab underneath the alchemy shop, and that's where she goes first thing in the morning, is to that alchemy lab underneath, where she has her own like private area where the alchemist doesn't bother her work or her research, and she just gets back to her research very early in the morning.
All right, cool. And finally, Pike, where are you at this morning? After spending all night, barely sleeping, checking that ring, reading that note.
Pike, first thing Pike does is, after sort of getting up, she also begins her morning with prayer, especially in this case because she has a job to do, and so she prays to the moon, patron of travelers, and constancy in terms of uncertainty. I'd like to think that she has an incomplete sort of tattoo of like the cycles of the moon kind of going across her collarbone, and so every time she prays occasionally to the moon, but when she has to do something big and serious like this, she starts slowly filling in that tattoo. So it's about halfway with the full moon on one shoulder and then the new moon in the center, and it's starting to creep over to this shoulder. So she starts filling in one of the other tattoos as she prays, and then she gets into her traveling gear, the sturdier pants and the darker clothes and the bracers and her weapons and her gun sort of tucked into her bag, and she gets like her, like the pack she uses for transport, even though she knows she's bringing a child, so like a backpack that can be fitted and easily contents can easily be concealed. And before she goes to pick up a child, she is going to head over to Kata's place and double check that the list is accurate.
All right. Okay, so everybody set, everybody ready to go with goals and plans in mind for the morning. That is where we will end our session. Bit of a slow burner, but I feel like things might kick off a bit next week. Maybe.
I think probably with this group, we got fire starters everywhere in their own little ways. I just want to shout out to chat right now. We are giving away those tabletop loot dice, so ! loot in chat if you want your chance to win some of those dice. Susie, did you have fun today?
I did. That was a lot of fun. I love the little character moments that we had. Sister Eden is very good and pure. She is very nice. Should get that on a t-shirt. But I'm looking forward to see how this explodes, how this happens, because there's a powder keg, there's a fuse, and the embers have started.
Before we go around and say hello to everyone and do all of our plugs and all of that fun stuff, we have a couple of polls to take care of. You'd like to introduce those for us, Susie?
Oh, we certainly do. So our very first poll, I believe, is the blessing poll, right, Charlie?
Yes.
Okay, so this will basically give one of our lovely players here a little chunk of XP to boost something. So if there's somebody here that you would like to boost, that you think is good and pure, or maybe good and evil, maybe want to boost some poisoning abilities, maybe want to boost some smuggling abilities, maybe some good pure prayer is what folks need. Make sure to vote in that poll, put ! and then the number that you would like. So 0 is for Pecker Folk, 1 is for Kata, 2 is for Sister Eden, 3 is for Cecily J, and 4 is for Kit Ari. Oh, sorry, ! vote and then number, sorry. I know how to read. Yep. So get your votes in for your favorite. Can we pick favorites already? They're all my favorites. I can't pick favorites.
But for the character you think that maybe deserves it from this episode.
Yes.
Each episode, as you may or may not know, throughout ZWEIHANDER, we slide up and down a scale of corruption and virtue, chaos and order. And this is part of that. We can slide in good ways and in bad ways.
There's a scale. Because people...
Do you think anyone did slide today within the general mechanics of the game?
So, mechanically speaking, there were no super for real bad offenses. Borderline was maybe Kata scaring those guards a lot.
She can't help how scary she is.
I'm just a very tall, beautiful woman. It's not my fault if weak men can't handle it.
Look, as a tall woman, I know that. I'm there with you. But, so just as a reminder, there's corruptible offenses, and they're on like a scale of like how bad they are with how bad the corruption you're gonna get. So we have like minor offenses like bullying the innocent, or doing a little bit of heresy, or defacing a tomb. You got middling offenses, which is like implicating someone else for one of your crimes. Being a bit of a traitor, using some physical torture, and then you've got like major offenses, which is like demons and really bad stuff, like demons.
Speaking of demons, we should shout out the Mangosh supplement that ZWEIHANDER just released. Is available. You can get it now from Amazon. I think it's on DriveThru RPG for PDFs. It's an incredible supplement full of lots of new classes, spells. I should say professions, not classes. But all of those things, go and check it out. The Grim and Perilous YouTube channel has been showing that off, flicking through the pages. Go and check that out. It's so beautiful, full of art again, and lots of new options that really work well with what already exists. It's all designed to work together. It's not like an additional book that adds a whole layer to the game that changes it. It just works really well and brings in new elements, new demons, and fun stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It looks like we have a winner in our poll.
Who won? I can't
Congratulations, Charlie. It was Kit Ari who won.
Everyone's gonna think that I've rigged this.
I mean, look,
Well, thank you.
all I'm saying is she's running the show and she's winning the polls. So just like, can we get someone to check this?
Well, while we're talking of running the polls, let's open up that corruption one.
All right, so corruption is where the real fun stuff is. Now, for example, if one was maybe a poisoner who has poisoned people, you would get points of... Sorry, Jess.
I don't understand why poison keeps coming up. Nobody mentioned poison ever. There's no poison here. I don't know what's going on, but everything's normal. Normal alchemy things and nothing unusual. No poison.
The corruption points you can get for these crimes that we have talked about already, as well as other things. But there's a scale. You can earn corruption points up until a certain point where you will then get yourself a rank of chaos, where you slide towards that bad alignment. Because, hey, people are not black and white. We're all a man of scale somewhere. But your actions do have consequences. And we're giving you, our lovely viewers, the chance to give someone some consequences. Now, I'm not saying that there's anyone in here in particular is deserving of any consequences, but, you know, there's people in here that may have done some shady things in the past that might be deserving of a point or two of corruption. Or maybe you want to corrupt the very good Sister Eden. I don't know.
While chat is voting, why don't we go around and hear everyone's pleas? I mean, outros. Let's start with the wonderful Mackenzie. Mac, how are you doing today? Where can we find you and all of that good stuff?
Oh my god, that was so much fun. I loved all the little character moments. I love getting to watch all the little character moments. I love, like, it felt so, like, I was in it. I was in the world. It was amazing. But anyways, I am Mackenzie Langday on Twitter. You can call me Mac. I stream and write a bunch of things for tabletop role-playing games. So you can find me over on Straticus Academy here and on the Greyhawk channel. In literally like 1 hour, I'm going to be over on Dice Priority for a charity stream. It's a shifted Sylvan. It's #ConMachina. I'm going to be with Critical Bard, Matthew Foreman, and a bunch of other fantastic people raising money for a good cause. It's super exciting, and I hope to see a lot of you there. And that's about that's it. I can't wait for next week. Heck.
Awesome, thank you so much. Please go and check all of that out. And Mac, if you want to throw any links in chat, please do so. And Jess, what were your favorite moments and where can we find you?
Definitely all the moments with Kit and Kata, Kit Kat. You can find me on Twitter at WriteJessR. You can find all of the writing and streams and podcasts I do on my website, writejess.com. One of the podcasts that I do, D20 Dames, just had our season 2 finale come up this week. So now's a good time to get caught up on that before season 3 starts in a couple of weeks. It was a very emotional finale, so check that out if you've been listening to D20 Dames. And yeah.
Awesome. Something for you all to fill your ears with until next Wednesday when we return. Welcome to Lydia. I love Sister Eden so much.
I do too. I didn't know she was going to be such a wholesome girl for this party.
The standards are low.
It's so much fun. I'm going to pray for you all tonight, all night long. Just all your souls need saved.
And do you have anything you'd like to plug with us today?
Sure. You can find me on Twitter at CastleMacLydia. I'm just kind of all over the place right now. I don't really have a home other than here every Wednesday, which I'm super excited about. Pretty much if you see me on the internet, I'm going to be playing an elf with my very natural ears. These are mine, actually not fake at all. But that's it.
Wonderful. And of course, Shauna, thank you so much for joining us today. What were your favorite moments and where can we find you?
Oh, I just like how everyone had such a nice evening. I wasn't expecting that coming in. Like Sister Eden's wholesome like relationship with the guard. I'm terrified I'm terrified for him.
Oh yeah.
I'm so worried. Yeah, so I'm Shauna Flying Cirrus on Twitter. I play extreme games on there. I usually post on there as well as artwork throughout there. So hopefully, see you there.
Awesome, and definitely do go and check that out. Please share that beautiful picture that you did of Cecilia with everyone because it's amazing. Speaking of art, Hamley has done character portraits and they will be here next week, so stick around for that. The background art that you can see right here was done by our very own Susie, who I'd like to go over to right now. How was today for you, friend?
Oh, it was good. I really liked how nice and wholesome it was, because that makes when I destroy all of you so much worse. And I can't wait to hurt Gabriel in very bad ways. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
Hey, it's grim and perilous. It's not sunshine and rainbows.
I just got here.
I'm sorry, Lydia. You presented me with this sweet, nice boy, and you know, it's an RPG. He must be destroyed. But yeah, I am Susie, otherwise known as Susanna Grace. I am a variety streamer who does video games, tabletop RPGs, and art streams. You can find me all over the internet at Susanna Grace. I have a pinned tweet which has my schedule on it with all the relevant places that I am. But tomorrow you can find me on RPG Webby for After the Fire, which is our Song of Ice and Fire role-playing game, in which I play sweet 13-year-old Maria Greenmont, who's just trying to live. She's just trying to live.
just trying to live.
But I'm
Not
very
a traitor.
excited for that.
Not a spy.
She's not. I'm very excited for that tomorrow. And on Friday, the next episode of the Lost Girls podcast goes out, in which I play not so sweet and innocent Jess, who is a young 80s punk vampire, and she's kicking some ass and taking some names and having a real bad time. So tune in for that.
That's my weak punching. No one asked me to punch anyone in real life. Only backhand fictional guards for their sass. Yeah, I've had the best time today. Thank you to all of our chatters, new subscribers. Thank you for the hosts, fam, and all of those retweets. I'm going to stop this poll and find out who is getting corrupted. Did it say?
It did.
Oh
Did
no!
it do it again?
Oh no!
Well.
See, now
The
I
dear
feel really
sister.
responsible for that.
I'm not saying it's your fault, Susie. But Sister Eden, you slide down the scale towards chaos. Chat, thank you so much. We're going to do this every week. So every week you will have an opportunity to take what you see on screen and decide, are we redeemable? Are we corruptible? And you can hit those votes. And I'm going to end the giveaway as well. Let's find out who our winner is. Did it do it?
It did.
I'm always scared. I've hit that button so many times. Congratulations to Pope World Build. Another set of tabletop loot dice on its way to you. And if you would like your chance to win some tabletop loot dice, make sure you come back tomorrow at 4 p.m. EDT, where we will be playing Unhallowed Metropolis with DM Hollowtail and a wonderful cast and crew. But until then, try not to roll too many nat ones unless you're playing Zweihander and intimidating a guard, because that would be awesome. We want to be here laughing when you do. Take care, friends.